No, I'm joking.
Bro,
Okay.
what?
Yeah.
I
Okay.
bring
Okay.
in.
Okay.
All right, yeah. So
So
yeah, my yeah. So my position for the rec is that PBA Kashimo beats Kenjaku in a fight.
yeah. Okay. It's fine for you to think that. Anyways, um, I'll just start with the argument. I think Kenjaku's over PB Kashimo. So it's narratively consistent that Kenjaku's above the reincarnated sorcerers in the cutting games. Do you have agreement with that?
Yeah, I have an agreement with that, but why would that entail Kashimo?
Yeah. So do you think that Kashimo is a sorcerer in the cutting games? He's reincarnated.
I mean, he can be a sorcerer, but I don't think he's reincarnated. No.
Okay. Why?
Yeah, because he's implied to be alive, like not reincarnated. Like when we think of reincarnated sorcerers, we think of people like Ryu, Oro, Kuro, Druv, people of that nature, Yorozu, people who are originally from different periods of the
Yeah.
eras of
Okay.
time, and
So
so it would just be
you're
entails
saying
that they are not reincarnated.
yeah.
Kashimo is
Okay. I
not dead
understand your
yet, so
argument.
how is he
I know
reincarnated?
your
Since I
argument.
think the
So yeah,
definition.
if you're arguing that a prerequisite of being reincarnated is being from a different era, and I showed to you that Kashimo is from a different era, then you would have to agree that
Wait, that
Kashimo is
wasn't my
reincarnated.
contention. That wasn't my contention though.
I mean, you said what do you call it? There's a pattern or like consistency of these reincarnated sorcerers being from a different era, right?
Yeah, I agree to that, but that's not what I said. I said that there is obviously a thing with reincarnated sorcerers, that being that yes, A, they are from different what was the word? Eras, but also B, that they were also like like they're implied to not be alive before this like event going on because they're reincarnated. And
Okay,
obviously if you try
okay.
to argue wait. If you're trying to
Oh
argue that
man.
Kashimo is reincarnated because he like rejuvenates his body, I don't think that's until like I don't think that's in line with what reincarnation means.
Okay, I think you're struggling me, so I won't respond to the last point for now. But so okay. So can you just clarify the prereq? I'm gonna clarify the prerequisites that you gave, and then I'm gonna ask you to like agree or disagree with them being your prerequisites that you gave. So you're saying the two prerequisites for being a reincarnated sorcerer is basically just going to be you have to be from a different era that is not this era, and what do you call it? You have to have died in the past. Like, are those the prerequisites of being a reincarnated sorcerer?
I mean, I'm just saying that it's
Isn't
in
that
this
isn't that what you
case. It's
said?
applied to be this
Okay.
as it's gonna be like I'm just saying it's applied to be the case that if these two people are not these two, but if like these people are called reincarnated sorcerers, and obviously the entailment or there's some like general prospect of these people that can align them with each other, I think we would put those labels on them. So yeah, I guess
I can't lie. I asked you a yes or no question. So what's the response?
yeah, I think I answered it. Why do you think I don't answer? I didn't answer it.
Yeah, because it's a yes or no question. So like the only answer is going to be yes or no. So that's not yes or no. So can you give a yes or no answer response?
That's a false dichotomy. Actually, now let me stop. Let
Why?
me stop.
Why? Okay.
All right. Yeah, yeah.
Why?
I agree to that. I agree to that.
Okay. Okay. That's
But
fine.
actually, wait, no,
So
wait. I don't agree to that. No. Because
why?
wait, to be a reincarnated sorcerer.
Yeah,
Let me
I'm
think. Let me
asking you.
think. Let
That's
me think.
the prerequisites you gave.
Yeah,
So
I agree.
obviously,
I agree to that actually because I don't think Kashimo even falls under that. Those two.
hey, bro, like stick to one position. Fuck.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree. I agree.
So you do agree that Kashimo is from a different era, right? Like that's not this current era.
Yeah, but why does that entail he's a reincarnated sorcerer? If there were two
Uh,
prerequisites you had to in order to
yeah,
reach this
it's
conclusion.
fine. It's fine. And you do agree that the human lifespan is typically less than 400 years.
What? Okay, why is that relevant? Wait, why
Because
are we
obviously, because
presupposing
oh my
that
god,
these
hold on,
characters wait.
whoa.
Wait. I hope you're not going under the presupposition that characters in JJK follow like the same lifespan as characters in real life, like or not
Yeah,
characters, but people in real
I
life.
think we do that. I think
Yeah, why is
in
that
what do
the
you call it?
case?
Okay, so if we see characters, oh my god. Number one, I think for any fiction, right? Fiction is going to be like stemming from the imaginations of people. So we can assume that fiction and reality are the exact same unless there's going to be something to contradict that. For example, I would assume characters in JJK have internal organs, even if the series does not justify or like present them actually having internal organs, just on the basis that fiction is going to be similar to real life. I think that this gives us more explanatory power within okay, yeah, within the fiction, right? So, like, do you disagree with that analogy?
I mean, yeah, I don't disagree with it because it's logical. But what I'm asking you is why is them like this is normatively the case. What I'm asking you is why is this the case in this specific instance where these characters are superhuman and doing things that aren't really like, for example, let's say I wrote some manga, and my characters live to like 84, not 84, to like 80,000 years old. Like that doesn't matter. Like I just think it's gonna be implied that yeah, sure they can base it off real life, but in the end, what they choose to do with their characters, they can expand on that due like to their own mindset and due to things that they see or perceive as able to be done by these fictional
Okay, so you think
standards.
so you okay, so you think what do you call it? For whatever reason, humans in JJK can live for 400 years.
I mean, I'm agnostic on the prospect, but why would it be the case that that's
So fucking right. Okay, so we see him age, right? We see him age, and obviously as you age, you're going to be closer to dying, right? So if we have this character who can die, and like in fact, I'm pretty sure like his lifespan, like the time within he ages, is like what do you call it? The time like an average human life has like has passed anyway. Like it's not like he has lived for extraordinarily long and then like became extremely old because he lived for like 200 years before. And it just seems to me that it's portrayed that he lived for like 60, 70, 80 years and then became old. And if that's the case, then like I can assume that what do you call it? He's going to be following a normal human lifespan because of prior observations of us seeing that he is following the prior human no a human lifespan. Like he grows old in the same time frame that a normal human grows old.
But wait. I'm saying that why I'm not asking for like this whole brought out explanation on why this could be the case. I'm asking why is it the case. I'm asking for like something of value
Do you know
that's
what an
like
inductive argument is?
you said what? Don't know what an
Do you know what an
inductive
inductive
argument.
argument is?
You say inductive?
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Do you want to explain to you like why my argument is inductive argument, why it leads to that like likely conclusion?
Sure, go for it.
Okay. So I'm telling you, we have prior observations, prior observed instances of his lifespan or his life cycle following the normal human's life cycle. And if that is the case, and we have these prior observations, we can, what do you call it, assume it to be the case or say that it's likely to be the case that his lifespan is also going to be continuing a human's lifespan within the future, which would obviously entail that he cannot or has not lived for 400 years. Especially that's especially consistent with the fact that he's given a new body as well.
Wait. Why do you think it's consistent with the like? What do you think they gave? Wait, what do you think Kenjaku gave him the new body for? And like,
Hey,
what do you
repeat the
think he gave?
argument first. Refute the argument first.
Yeah, I think my refutation is based on how you answer this question. So, how do you like? What do you think he gave him the body?
That's not a refutation to my first argument. That's you questioning my second argument or my second point.
Wait, why was that your second point? I think that's the first point you made in the first place.
No,
Yani.
you don't
Like,
have an
yes, it
argument
is.
there.
Your whole thing was like
No,
one
the
reinforcing
the
what I
second
said.
body
Unless
thing
you're
was an
making
additional
another
thing.
argument, then yeah, you could drop this and move to another one. That's fine.
Are you good? Oh my god, the second argument, right, is the additional point which I said. It's also going to be consistent with Kenjaku giving a new body. Obviously, when I say it's also going to be consistent with, that implies that I said something prior to that. So can you refute my prior argument unless you want me to
Oh
repeat it
yeah,
for you?
yeah, sure. You could think that, but anyway,
God,
what I'm
bro.
just gonna say is that yeah. Anyway, yeah, what I'm gonna say to that is that you would I get what you mean is that the age thing matters. His body's getting a new body because his age was whittled down, and so
No, that's the
obviously
argument
when
I'm
he gets
making.
a
Shall I
new
repeat the
body.
argument for you?
Sure, you can repeat. I mean, I already
Okay.
attacked it.
So the argument is basically going to be, right, we have prior observations of it being the case that his lifespan follows a normal human's lifespan, right? So we can assume it to be the case in the future, or we can assume it to be likely the case in the future. And if that's the case, then it's improbable for him to have lived for 400 years.
Sure.
Uh,
Yeah, I
Hello?
say sure. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I don't think I
So
need to
okay,
use the Asian.
if it's unlikely for him to have lived for 400 years, right? And I'm arguing that what do you call it? Okay, yeah, I think from that, then the prerequisite is what do you call it, for him being the two prerequisites for him being a reincarnated sorcerer are likely to be met. And if that's the case, then Kenjaku just I mean, you already agreed to Kenjaku being above every reincarnated sorcerer, right?
Yeah. But I don't think the prerequisites were met because for you to say that, you would have to argue or prove or substantiate the claims that one, he was a sorcerer from a different era, which obviously, if you just said he lived like for 80 something years, I don't think you could constitute that being the case. And for two, you would need to substantiate him being dead, which was a very clear prerequisite that I don't think you could fill out since I don't think it's implied he died anytime between him talking with Kenjaku and then him like being reincarnated. I don't think that's the case. But I
Bro,
don't even think he was
I won the
reincarnated to.
debate,
I
bro.
don't even think he was reincarnated to begin with. So obviously, I think it's just Kenjaku. using some sort of, I
Yo,
don't know.
Hero, I can't lie, like you're lost in the sauce, bro. I think I won the debate already.
Sure, bro.
You want to
Sure,
conclude?
bro. Sure. I
Do you
mean,
want to conclude
sure
the
we.
recording?
I mean, who are we concluded to?
Bro, hold on. Let me conclude any judge.
All right, sure.
Okay, so so I gave so at the start of the debate, right? Wait, hold on. Maybe after, but what do you call it? So at the start of the debate, I presented this like premise, which is that Kenjaku should just be narratively above every reincarnated sorcerer, and then obviously Hero called into question um Kashimo being a reincarnated sorcerer. So then I asked him for the prerequisites of a reincarnated sorcerer, and then he provided these two prerequisites: being from a different era and being once dead. And then me and him came to consensus that Kashimo is from a different era. So that's one prerequisite met. And then we moved on to the next prerequisite. The next prerequisite simply being that Kashimo has once died before. And then I gave an inductive argument for Kashimo dying based on me saying, "Oh, we see Kashimo grow old in the what do you call it? In the normal time frame that our normal human would grow old." So we have this what do you call it, prior observation of Kashima following a normal human's lifespan. And then since we see Kashima following a prior human's lifespan, and inductive arguments are trying to predict the future, I'm saying that it's most likely the case in the future, like it's most likely the case that Kashima has not lived for 400 years. So Kashima, has most likely died. Therefore, the second prerequisite is most likely met. And if the second prerequisite is most likely met, what do you call it? It's just going to be most likely the case that Kashima is below Kenjaku, who's already above every reincarnated sorcerer. So yeah, that's why I want the debate.
Yeah, so my conclusion would just be simple. Even though I agree he did meet the first prerequisite, which is that caution you had to be from another era in order to being a reincarnated sorcerer as established. I think by multiple other characters. I don't think the second prerequisite, however, was fulfilled because honestly, I don't think he ever proved Kashimo was dead. Sure, he gave a time lapse and like which obviously so 400 years he can't live and like he didn't live for 400 years. He was like so seen to be like really old or something, which I don't think matters because obviously if I'm saying that this thing needs to be assertively met and he is not actually asserting this case, but in like reality, he's just providing a more likelihood to it, then sure. I mean, I don't really care because at the end of the day, I don't think he could. I brought up the contention, which would just be we don't actually see Kashimo die. We see him like we literally just see him old talking with Kashimo, and the next thing you know, he's like snapped into a new body or transformed into a new body. I don't think that's him meeting these prerequisites since obviously he doesn't show him dying. So I just think he never provided adequate evidence for this being the case. So yeah, I just think by proxy of that, him concluding he doesn't feel this prerequisite. So yeah, that's it, I guess.
Yeah, we can end the recording.